Now, Deanna, I ask if I may speak with your higher self.
Yes.
Thank you. And now, as I'm connecting with you, I would like you to go ahead and take a look at this body, this avatar that you've chosen to come and participate in and with. Are you seeing any dark spots? I was getting earlier that we may have some entities that need to be addressed.
It's almost like gnats being
The gnats? Okay, here's what we're going to do with these dark spots and the gnats. We're going to just go ahead and take a net, a little mosquito net. We're just going to scoop them up like a butterfly net, catch all those little gnats. Choo, 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 spin, spin, spin. And now we've got our glass jar. We're going to take that net. We've got all those gnats collected, and we're going to just dump them into that glass jar, put the lid on it. Tell me when that's done.
It's done.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and send that jar up to source, just as if it was in a bank teller chute. You stick that little container in and shoop, up it goes. Send it now. Any other dark spots?
Something at her back, lower middle back to the kidney.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look. Is this a cord that's going out or attaching in?
It feels like when they broke in and did organ taken. That's
Okay.
the spot is the initial cut.
All right, let's go ahead and address that now. What do you want to do? Is this something that we need to take out or to heal?
Heal.
All right, let's go ahead and bring some energy in. We can use plant medicine or we can use a ray of light.
Bit of both. It's like when you grow a new plant. Yeah, the chloroform needs the light.
Okay, let's bring that in now. For plant medicine, I would like to ask the willow tree to please step forward and assist. Since the willow is known to be able to assist with pain. And then I'd like to go ahead and bring in a green healing ray of light, Archangel Raphael's green ray. Bringing them in together, swirling them just like the Cadeas, the two of them like the two snakes that spin together in healing. Pulling out any low frequency energy from that wound and adding in the plant medicine and the healing ray. I'm doing that now. And tell me when this is clear.
Clear.
Clear?
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that beautiful work. Now, she was feeling like she had something wrapped around her, binding her. What was that?
But they used to come after me lots, and somebody said, build a bubble around you. So what I did is I imagined a bubble, but the bubble only went to there. So I had to get it up to my neck, and it kept poking my neck, so I had to get it up. Anyway, so I guess Sunday was Super Bowl. I needed a protection bubble. So when I walked in my locker, the bubble came up and it zapped onto here. So I have to give instructions to the protection bubble. Doesn't necessarily stop what was going on in the back, but maybe that was
Oh, this is funny. All right, your higher self is just wanting to be fully engaged with me, eyes open and having a conversation. So let's go ahead and relax. So I want you to go ahead and stay engaged so we can see what's happening to your body. And release. And we're going to be connected once more into your higher self. Going back to checking the body. The last we were looking at, we were clearing out dark spots, but I want to check for cords taking her energy. Can you tell me what you're seeing as far as cords taking her energy?
the spot where the left angel wing, I can feel it throbbing, but down my root, it's like it's sucking it down. I feel like Deanna's had multi lives in this one time, so it's not necessarily a past life. It's
She's got
she just
multiple lives going on right now. That's fine. Yes.
well in this lifetime.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead. And here's what I want you to do at this point. I want you to take a deep breath in asking Deanna's ego to go ahead and find a garden path. Walking down that garden path, she's going to sit on a bench. And now her higher self is going to continue on that path without her. She'll still be able to see her in the distance as she walks further down the path. Now, as you're further down that path and your ego sitting on the bench, we're going to go ahead and hop on a little cloud. And that little cloud is going to assist you with finding and tracking where that cord goes. So traveling through time and space, following that cord.
Hear one sensational word. It's the cord to yesterday.
The cord to yesterday. Okay, we're going to go ahead to the cord to yesterday, following it through to the end. When you hit the end, I want you to go ahead and open the door, put your hand on the knob. Know that you're divinely protected and guided. We're going to go ahead and open that cord and see what that is. Open the door now. Where are you?
It's like where Deanna's been talking about, like in her tree of life, filled with knowledge and wisdom, like a record keeper.
Is this a parallel lifeline?
No, bits and pieces of all of the same life. It's like all the life experiences coming together.
Okay. And are these all coming together for her because she needs to clear these at this time? Is this why her memories are all coming back?
I think she took on the mother load of people's stuff to help her process faster.
Okay. So she's taking on the collective then as well.
Yes.
All right. So we need to organize and prioritize where the healing needs to start. The one thing that bothers me the most out of her stories is the one with the children. Do they keep pulling you out into awakeness?
You mean when was in bed?
No, because I'm having a
Oh,
conversation with you and then your eyes pop open and you look at me like kind of blankly. And so I don't know if they're just popping, if your higher self is awakening you or if your ego is like, oh, I have something to say. Or so I'm just trying to understand because, you're just a little unique for my sessions.
Okay, so what this is, it's triggering me as a kid going and teaching somebody how to hypnotize. And they used my own method and hypnotized me and did something. So when you were getting me to a certain point, because I did that action, it's like there's a filter there, a block there going, don't
Uh-huh.
trust because we got caught before.
Okay. So let's remind yourself that the reason we're doing this work is to rewrite timelines, to clear and to heal. So as Archangel Raphael, as Archangel, well, who knows? Maybe I'm have some aspect of him too, because he works with me like that. So maybe, but as Archangel Raziel, working with Archangel Raphael and the other archangels, we're definitely here working for the highest and best good. We want to put you on your highest and best, most benevolent timeline. So there's no control that is trying to happen here. But of course, you are a sovereign being and you always can awaken yourself or say, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't want to go there. So you've always got that potential and ability. But if you can trust yourself to come and do the work, this is your work. This is your clearing. I'm just a guide. So however you want to go forward, do you want to go back and relax back into that state and back to the door?
No, there's somewhere else. It almost feels like like Earth's grid.
So do they want me to go somewhere else besides there
I'm
first?
getting sense of Earth. Yeah, Earth's grids.
All right, let's start with Earth's grid. So let's go ahead and relax back again. And then once more, take a deep breath. And then realize that my work is definitely not hypnosis. I am more of a guided meditation because I'm not putting you under by any stretch of the imagination. You've always got consciousness.
But I think it's because you have such a beautiful tone in your part.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. That's just my higher self team coming through. And then plus I work with Mother Sophia a lot. So she when I do this work, she loves to come in and give her energy. So which I'm so lucky and thankful for. But okay, breathe. And breathe again. And I'm feeling some of those lower frequencies releasing. And the rain's really coming down here. So I'm just going to ask that rain energy to come in and flush with us, lending its support, connecting in with the nature elemental beings or nature beings, as you will.
When I was about 3, I remember waking up one morning and go, I'm awake. I'm awake. Physically lifting up the side of the wall and walking behind, and there's a camera there. Going, what are you doing? What are you doing there? You're on script. No, not going back with them. They're too mean. So they had to cast a spell in nature and put me back to sleep. So I'm actually getting that I think they put the earth grid lines over top of me and put me to sleep with Mother Earth.
Okay, so let's
That's
go ahead and take a look at those grid lines now. Just gently coming to your awareness, because I work with the grid lines and clearing and reattaching primary grid lines. And there have been old grid lines we've removed and new ones put in its place. And I've been anchoring those in and releasing old codes out. So, do you have old codes that you're hanging on to that need to be released at this time?
yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and pull all those codes now, taking them out of your being, out of your structure. We're going to bring them all together, connecting them. What would you like to put them in to collect them?
It feels like they're also being pulled out of the collective. Um, the genie bottle is
Beautiful.
what a sense of
Put them back
putting
into a bottle.
a genie bottle and putting the
A
cap
genie
on.
bottle. All right. Bringing a genie bottle in now. And as these codes come, they're going to shrink down and fit in the bottle, all of them as needed. Bringing these codes, keeping it gentle on Deanna's body as these codes are being extracted. The old codes being pulled from the grid, no longer necessary. And reminding her that she doesn't have to do the entire work for the collective. She can work just in her area. There's light workers spread all across the globe, all doing their work too. But we give her gold stars for her extra efforts.
Yes, it feels like galactic too. Yeah.
Yes, there's definitely there. We're going to tap into your galactic connection here in another minute. Going ahead and bringing these codes that are no longer necessary. Tell me when you've got them all collected.
I'm getting the galactic's hurting.
They're hurting.
Well, the lines, like these cords or knitting that's on me, it's hurting me from the
Okay.
galactic
All right.
portion.
Going ahead and taking those codes, releasing the hooks from the galactic, that she does no longer need to be restrained. The galactics do not have that kind of power here on Earth. So if there are any negative galactics who have strung her up or attached or netted her, that must be released at this time. Asking my Arcturian galactic and beneficial connections to come through to assist with removing those nets that do not belong there. We're going to collect them, spiral them all into that little genie bottle. They're shrinking, releasing. And now, tell me where we are in that process.
A thought came in of this lineup of kids and they stuck big spheres into each one on either side. And then they plugged that wire into electrical current. So that's where that feels like that's clearing right now.
Okay, now how do you want to address that?
I feel like it's being removed out of each of these kids now.
Speak louder and say what you're going to do. I am going to.
This rope is being removed out of all of these kids now.
Okay. Archangel Raziel sending you in to assist, making faster work of it.
That feels like giving back responsibility.
And how are we in the progress?
It's like more room is being made in the body.
Beautiful. And then we're going to go ahead and clear that out. I'm going to ask the dragons that I work with to come in and bring the violet flame. Any healing dragons that want to use violet flame with all these children that these cords are being released and pulled and removed, go ahead and use the violet flame to cleanse and clear, purify. They love to do that work. They always make me smile. Aku yanara kiaraki. Ajuara. Akianara yaki. Akoana. Araniaraka. Arayaraka. Koriariaraka. Kwarate. They're saying that they're built for this time. This is why they've been coming back to join so strongly with those beings, such as yourselves, who are currently doing healing work, cleansing and clearing old grids, old timelines, connections to the art fields. You may be feeling some pressure and energy in your being. It's acceptable to feel this. Go ahead and allow it to cleanse and clear as you do this work, as you assist the collective. It is done, and so it is. I now go ahead and send in a magenta light. This magenta light is going to fill all of these bodies with beautiful love. It's just going to rush in after the purified body and soul, filling it once more into its beautiful energetic self. The cells of the bodies that this is pouring into will be illuminated like little soap bubbles, pop, 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 popping. It will fill all the in-between spaces within their being. Feel this energy now. Breathe it in and release.
It reminds me of a kid I think I used to do that and make them all happy bubbles.
You surely did. It's a gentle way of doing this process. It's a gentle, smooth way for the body to receive such strength in the light. The light has such power. And then go ahead and tell me how these bodies look now.
Feels like the last recalibration of alignments is being redone.
Okay. Now going ahead and sending in the new light grid, the highest, most benevolent grandmother spider woven grid, coming in with its protection, its ability to keep out the nefarious beings who want to come in and use our energy and power. Asking grandmother spider's assistance at this time. Asking her to weave her magic web using the purified white magic that completely disengages any black dark magic. It's almost like dousing water to a fire when this new grid gets connected.
At the
I hear
beginning was like nature, Eve, birds, and now I almost see magna form bubbling, just showing new creations that are going to be coming.
beautiful. It's possibly Pele coming to step forward. She's my goddess being and my dragon.
I did.
We're
She was a dragon.
beautiful. And how are these beings and yourself looking at this time with this new connection?
Remembering my time in Hawaii, and as a kid, I think I used to talk to Katie. So yeah, remembering the deep
Mm.
connection with the earth and the teachings from the earthers.
Which lifetime? What year is this?
This is probably age 3 to 4.
What year?
Age 3 to 4 in this lifetime.
Age 3 to 4. Wonderful. I love Hawaii and have gone there several times as a child as well. The beautiful palm trees and beaches, the ocean, the dolphins and whales, the fish, the plants, the flowers, the hibiscus, the leis so fragrant, the dances in connection with Mother Earth. What a beautiful memory. Do you have any ancestral clearing that needs to be done?
I one word I heard was much.
Much. All right. Where do we want to start there?
Spiraling of the 2 family lines just side by side around. So they're not
Okay.
necessarily on the spiral, they're outside. So each can be beautifully purified back into white light.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do that now. Getting those 2 spirals moving, flowing energetically, releasing this body and any future connections of the younger children in this ancestral line. Going ahead and clearing, releasing them from any old DNA, old programming, which may be holding them back, keeping them from their gifts, their God given divine gifts, allowing those to come through. What other ancestral healing do we need to do? And how do those spirals look at this time?
I hear perfection on the spirals.
Wonderful.
Ancestral, something on the masculine line. Too overbearing. Too alpha.
Okay. Let's go ahead and ask Thoth. I never can say that name right. I'm going to ask him, call him in now, asking for his assistance with and Isis as well, please. I know I've been working with both of you on balancing the divine, masculine, and feminine energies in each of the beings within their brain, within their pineal gland, working the infinity symbol between ear to ear, and then from the third eye to the mouth of God, the causal chakra, also in a second figure 8, spinning those. Cleansing, clearing, balancing. Take a deep breath in and release. As you do this work for your family's DNA. Feeling that balance come in now. And how is that now looking?
Feels like the ancestral line straightening out of my spine. Too much interference.
Too much of what?
Interference.
All right, let's go ahead and clear that interference. Asking for source energy, white light, to clear the radio frequency of the DNA lines. Bringing in that white light now. Brightening it around that structure. Beautiful. And now, how does it look?
Not much clearer, but yet it's as it clears, it's almost like the image can develop, getting the color back in the third eye again. That
Okay.
imagination.
And now there's this residual collar that we spoke about. It's kind of like a helmet, and it was locked around the neck, potentially from a galactic race. I won't name names, but we're going to unbuckle this collar now from the neck, from yourself and all your relations. Now, opening it up, it's kind of like an egg, like how it's hinged on the top and the center. So it's going to be lifting up both sides over the ears, and then it's going to lift up and off, and the dragons will go ahead and use a white flame or a violet flame to singe that into dust so that it no longer exists and cannot be used on any other being.
Today I was getting almost nubs on the back,
Yeah,
but
there would
regular
have
silver,
been.
so maybe there's 4 and a cut, and then it sat on top. I didn't see the ring, but I've been seeing the nubs for the last couple of days.
Yes. Now, do you have any colors like how they used to do the Egyptian colors, the metal, or the warriors sometimes would wear them, like a metal band around the neck?
There
Just
is a metal band around. Could be from the many times my brothers either hung me, choked me, garroted
okay.
me.
So is this? Oh yes, we've all had those lives. So is this band protecting you or hindering you?
Sorry, band, B-A-N-D? Oh, the
Yes,
neck thing.
like a collar.
Yeah, I think at one point my neck was broke, and so it was aiding at one point to mend
Okay.
and heal it, support. Um, and then I think it probably just dissolved while it healed, but maybe it stayed there energetically.
Okay, let's see if that is still there and if it's still needed, or if we need to go ahead and do any repair work for the lifetimes that were where the neck was affected. I know I had lots to clear in my throat chakra for the same reasons. Do you need more support there, or is the healing done?
It's finishing.
Okay, beautiful.
That really brings back different memories. It's interesting.
So,
Yeah.
so how are you feeling, by the way? Are you, because I know we've done some clearing, but I know that there's like more stuff to,
Oh, and
but
what gets me is, sorry, go
I
ahead.
feel like there's still that heart healing for that cord that I feel like we need to address that before we're like, all right, it's a wrap. Would
Okay,
you,
pardon me,
do
what to
you,
say, what were we working on with the heart cord?
there was a cord that
Anything?
it went back to the mats.
Oh,
And yeah, and they said that you've got a lot of heart healing to be done. And I feel like they want to address that.
it's because every time they were nice, they hurt, raped, or killed.
Yeah. Did you feel like
They
a
were like,
knife going in your, did you feel like a knife going in your chest?
oh, I was killed many different ways. I feel like they'd kill me and I reanimate me, kill me and and so it was one adventure after the next.
Yeah. So let's just take a couple of breaths and get back to that point.
I have a viewpoint of what I perceive love to be. Seeing it outside in my world, no, I haven't seen it to that degree. So it's just, at this point, it's still in my own imagination.
Yeah, but we're creators, so we can also rewrite that story.
Hand in my script. I like that.
Yeah, hand in your script. So, and then you have control over your script, not somebody else giving you a script. So, yeah. So let's just go there for a
That
minute
makes
and see how they want to address that, because we also haven't talked about your shoulder pain. And then I'd like to, and I think that's a part of it. I think it's connected in through the shoulder, why that wing is like kind of tied in. So, okay, so let's go ahead and take another deep breath. One more very deep breath and release. Connecting yourself back in with your divine higher self, your angels and guides. And then at this time, I would like to ask Deanna's primary angelic guide to please step forward and let me know who's here.
feels like Gabriel.
Gabriel. May I speak with you, Gabriel, directly through Deanna? Thank you. Gabriel, the reason I've asked to speak with you directly is because I think that this part of her journey is going to be a little more challenging. And so, kind of a third person, if you will, assisting with guiding this information and someone that she knows she can trust. Now, she has a cord attached to her back, and I understand maybe a wing is tied up. Can you take a look there and let me know what you're seeing?
Memories of things that were done to her. Um, the way they tortured her, took off away her gifts.
Can we go ahead and heal that and bring that back to its full structure?
That feels like pieces that have been fallen away are coming back together into place, and it's like newer platform in a sense. Everybody is coming up to their highest self. That looks cool. It feels like watching dominoes go up, but yet it's of people and buildings and trees. It's like watching a pop up with a new earth.
Okay, and where does this cord that's going to this doorway where she was being taken and used against her will?
Jobs, some jobs that were given to her of those who felt they owned her or had a turn with her. And one also went to the kingpin on the clock to keep the battery in the clock. She's destroyed the clock, but now she needs to unplug herself as the battery.
So what do we need to do to shut down this access and to heal her heart?
I The battery center is being disconnected and the battery taken out. So she doesn't have to fight to keep just to be herself.
Okay. And then do we need to ask any of our armies to come and assist her with this work?
Explore. All right, armies, come on in.
Bringing them in now. Let's go ahead and get this done, team.
I'm not sure if it's stuck moments in time, but feeling hands, boys trying to push me down like football, and me resisting. It feels like they're removing them, so I don't have to try so hard. I can be.
Wonderful. Let's get them all removed. They no longer have power over you. And Gabriel, what else needs to be done for her?
Getting she needs to disconnect from any pact she made with the Pizzagate and the kids, and vows from seeing what was done.
Let's take all of these packs and we're going to collect them as if they were sticky notes. We're going to collect all of them and we're going to put them into a bowl, and we're going to take fire and we're going to light it on fire in this burning bowl. And all of these packs are going to be destroyed and turned into ash. And any dragons that want to help set flame to that, they may assist. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. There are no pacts. And now from the PTA, any contracts there?
I'm sensing a collar around the neck of the radio receiver, either military or pack. Interesting. But PTA, remind me of what that is.
I'm not sure. That's what Gabriel was just saying. Maybe I misheard it.
Parent teacher conference is what comes up. But the image I was getting was sadness, a little girl, I think, tied up and bound, and all the adults around lighting a candle, and they were writing nasty spells and burning the paper. Maybe they were saying dust to dust. I don't know, but they were putting really nasty energy in.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all of them on a whiteboard that you're standing on. All of them in the collar. And in your hand, you're going to have a violet flame eraser. And while you stand on this whiteboard, you're going to take this eraser and you're going to erase the collar off your neck. And then where everybody is standing around you with their flames, we're going to blow their flames out. One breath and they're all blown out. And then you're going to take this violet eraser in your hand, and wherever anybody is standing, you're actually just going to erase them as if they were a paper drawing. Each person, one at a time, erasing them until you're standing on the whiteboard by yourself. Tell me when this is done.
And
Wonderful. And now on this whiteboard, you're going to find a gold crayon. You're going to pick it up and you're going to draw a crown on top of your head.
feel the magic in that crayon.
And you're going to be able to once more feel like the beautiful young princess that you are, undefiled. And now you can set the crayon down and you're going to feel a beautiful love wrapping itself around your body as you forgive yourself and love yourself once more in its entirety, forgiving things that you may understand and may not understand, whether it was choices that you decided or choices that were made for you. We're just going to send love and forgiveness, sending that love. And now asking Archangel Gabriel once more, how does this being look and what additional healing does she need for the heart?
Well, forgiving her family for what they've done and community.
Okay, going ahead and doing that now, finding acceptance and that everyone comes to play their role and that we've made agreements before we showed up here about the roles we were going to play. And maybe somebody changed their agreement and it's not the way that they're supposed to play it, but because we're the stronger sovereign being, we accept it and forgive and release anything that may be holding us down or keeping us in a lower vibration. Doing that now, feeling the light come back into your soul. And how does she look now?
Refreshed.
Beautiful. What else do we need to send her at this time or to heal for her at this time?
Big hug.
All right, sending her a big angelic hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And can you take a look at that shoulder where she said she was experiencing a lot of shoulder pain? How is the mobility in that now?
No, there's still something that needs to be done, but I'll go in and listen and ask what it is tonight.
Okay. And thanking Archangel Gabriel for her beautiful assistance. Oh, you look
Sorry.
tremendously beautiful.
Thank you. You do a beautiful job.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like I want to go back in that space and understand more of my vision. I was definitely getting more information, and it's like putting puzzle pieces together. Yeah.
Well, I cannot thank you enough for letting me do this work with you.
To connect with you today. Thank you.